Climate change has become a frequently discussed topic in our current affairs, with constant coverage of protests from sub-movements like Extinction Rebellion and Just Stop Oil. More recently, wildfires in Canada have caught the attention of our screens. Today, there's no doubt that the climate change movement is more about protesting than actually doing things that help our environment. Meet Clive Cobie, a climate and environmental activist from Billinghurst. Clive actively cares for the environment through his lifestyle and work with schools and charities across England.
I live in this cabin, which is off-grid. I've lived off-grid for 45 years now, because in the early 80s we had quite a concern with the ozone layer and everyone got concerned about the climate. So I decided to live in a van, and I travelled in a van doing work for builders and landscapers for 10 years and did the van up, and I even wrote on the side of it that I felt a bit of a hypocrite driving around in a diesel van, and that's why I went horse-drawn. And I learnt loads about horses, loads about harness and building some carts, and that was very interesting as well.
Clive has lived most of his life with the environment and sustainability in mind. For similar reasons, Clive started the School Woodland Theatre project, which intends to help children interested in drama build an outdoor theatre using trees and nature. Unfortunately, the project didn't receive enough attention, but Clive came up with a plan.
With the local school, we planted 170 trees. I thought, well, I'm going to promote the idea, I'm going to buy a truck. So I bought this truck that I'm leaning on. It's an old horse box, and I did it up and I started painting it. I run it on biofuel, HVO, because I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't. So I've linked up with a charity called Sussex Green Living, and we go to schools and try and educate the children about the importance of biodiversity, about insects. Carrie and her charity promote recycling, reusing. They also help set up the Youth Eco Forum, which in a local town, Horsham, there's a group of youths that try and encourage more interest from other youths, and they get on and do things. And the importance in this day and age is to create community hubs, because if we're going to get anywhere, we're going to have to work together.